Okay, welcome to the Linear Equations and Distributive Property Notes, section 1.2. So let's get to it. What does it mean for something to be linear? Something is linear if it increases at a constant rate. At a constant rate, and we'll see what that means in a second. A constant rate. It's also connected to the word line, linear. Okay, which of these two populations is increasing linearly? So this will show when we say constant rate. So the horses, the first month it went up by 2. The second month, 7, 8, 9, 10, it went up by 3. The third month, from 10 to 14, it went up by 4. The next month, it went up by 5. So there's getting more and more horses faster and faster. Dogs, on the other hand, 5 to 8 went up by 3. Then the next month, from 8, 9, 10, 11, that went up by 3. 11 to 14, that went up by 3. 14, 15, 16, 17, it's going up by 3 each time. Which one is constant? The dogs. That is linear because it's going up the same amount each month. Okay? But instead of each month in math equations, a lot of the time it went up by a certain amount for each x. Okay? Alright, so the answer is the dog population because it's increasing by a constant amount each month. The constant amount being 3 dogs more each month. Okay. So, some equation examples. This one, instead of going up every month like up there, we have x. So if x was 0, you'd have 6. If x was 1, you'd have 3 times 1, 3 plus 6, which would be 9. If x is 2, excuse me, if x was 2, you'd have 6 plus 6, which would be 12. It's going up by 12. It's going up by 3 every time. So x going up by 1 makes the expression increase by 3. Alright, this one, every time b goes up by 1, this whole thing will increase by 7. 7b. Okay. Every time x increases by 1 in this guy, the expression is going to increase by negative 34. Or you'd actually say decrease by 34. Alright. So we'll talk about how that relates to slope, rate of change, all that stuff a little bit more in the future. But for now, let's move on to the distributive property. Okay, the distributive property says that multiplying the whole thing by a number, the whole thing is the same as multiplying each term by that number. Okay? Or each of the parts. That are added. Okay, we'll show you what that means. So a times b plus a times c. A times b plus c is a times b plus a times c. Or you could just write AB plus AC. All right. So I'm going to show these examples here a few ways that will hopefully be helpful for you guys. Okay. The claw. That's what I just showed before. The 6 goes to the 5, and the 6 goes to the 3. 6 times 5 plus 6 times 3, which would be 30, plus 18, which would be 48. The box method. We write all the terms. There's 2 terms there. 5, 3, and this one's 6. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 3 is 18. Add the boxes, and you get the same thing, 48. The claw grabs the numbers. Negative 8x. Negative 8 times minus 3. Minus times minus gives you a plus 24. You can show it with boxes like it's an area. Negative 8 x and negative 3. So multiply the sides of those together. And same thing. This one, you take that and multiply it by all the terms inside the parentheses. Okay, because the parentheses means you're multiplying the whole thing by the thing in front of it. So 3a times 4b, 3 times 4 is 12, a times b is just ab. 3a times minus 12 would be minus 36. Okay. Three a, 4b, negative 12. 2b times 4b is 8b squared, because b times b is b squared. Then we have minus 6ab, and then we got plus 24b. Okay, I'll let you fill in the sides and the inside parts on this box by yourself. Okay, last page. Equations. What is the difference between an expression and an equation? An equation always has an equals sign. Okay? Expressions don't. An equation is made up of 2 expressions that are equal. Okay? So the left side of the equal sign is one expression, the right side of the equal sign is another expression. So if you think of it in words, an expression is a noun. An equation is a sentence. Okay, so 3x equals 4. That's a sentence. That's a noun. Okay. 5d plus 3c. That would be a expression. This would be an equation because it has an equal sign. Okay. What about solution? What is a solution? A solution is a value that makes the sentence true. The value of a variable, or if there's more than one variable, a value for each of the variables in the equation. So for this one up here, 3x equals 4, that would be 3 times 4/3 would equal 4. So 4 is a solution to 3x equals 4. Oh, sorry about that. All right. There are sometimes multiple solutions to an equation. A list of solutions is called a solution set. Okay, this equation, there's only one possible solution, but some equations, as we'll see later on, there can be multiple answers that are all correct, and they're all solutions. Okay, this example, then we'll be done. K minus 8 times 12 equals 84. It's this whole thing times 12. So even though the 12 is on the other side, it's still going to be the distributive property. 12 times the k, and 12 times negative 8 is would be 96. So 12k minus 96 equals 84. And we will add 96 on both sides. That will go away, and it'll just be 12k left on the left side. Then on this side, we'll get 180, and now we could divide both sides by 12 and get k. 12 divided by 12 is 1, so we just have 1k. We don't need to write the 1 because 1 times k is k. And 180 divided by 12 is 15. We'll double check that. 12 times 15. Yep, we're good. So solution for that will be k equals 15. Alright, thanks for doing the video notes. Make sure to bring it to class on Thursday.